We are now recording. So as you see behind me too, we're going to talk about the seven laws of leadership in network marketing, specifically focused on network marketing. So I took a lot of notes, but we're going to also talk about why network marketing today. Why is it something that you should do or should focus on? It's not just one of those things that, some people look at it as one of those things that, yeah, you might get into it and do it part-time, make a couple dollars, and that's here. But there are some people who have got into this industry and made it an absolute career. It's all they're ever going to do in their life. And I say ever going to do, you're going to accumulate the cash cow, get the wealth, whether you make 6 figures or 7 figures yearly residually. Of course, you're going to take that money, and like I train anyone, you take your network marketing and you filter into another investment, i.e. real estate or something that's physical, okay, that will be passive. And so if you're making $10,000, here residually, then you can look to replace that with $10,000 in the real estate market somewhere, okay? If you make $25,000 or $50,000, hey, you're gonna buy some real estate, some commercial properties or whatever, get it rented out, get it managed, and then convert your network marketing income to a real estate type based income, okay? Or whatever's out there that you can do, whether it's starting another big business outside of network marketing. So that's always a good way to look at this. But before that, we have to get the cash cow going, okay? And what I believe a cash cow can be is network marketing is powerful because you can build as fast as you want to go and you can grow as much income as you want. So as you know, in I Am Master Academy, you can make up to $6 million residually guaranteed just by growing your organization. Now, what does it take to grow an organization? We're going to talk about the 7 laws of leadership because that's where it comes to how to identify potential in people, right? How to uplift people. All right, welcome to the call, folks. Happy to have you on. Let me make sure I mute all the lines here. Welcome to our morning mentorship call. Happy to have each and every one of you on. It is time to create our legacy here, folks. I'm absolutely fired up and excited. So let me just introduce myself for those. If maybe this might be your first time on the call, my name is Randy Webb, Chairman 25 in I Am Master Academy. Of course, looking to go to the next level, just like everybody else. Me and my wife, we've been involved in this company now a little bit over 2 years, where we've learned how to trade here, as well as we've been building an organization here. So our focus, obviously, helping people around the globe so that we can be in alignment with the company's mission, which is to impact 1 million customers around the world by the end of 2020. So guess what? We look at that and I say, hey, how much market share will we get? Because that is the company's mission, and we are going to do it. This month alone, I believe that we just put in over 20,000 customers, okay, in the company, which is powerful. So you may ask, well, how are people doing that? We have some top recruiters in our company. And so I'm going to share with you, the passion, the belief, and why people are on that track. So as you know, we've been in the industry as a whole for about 7.5 years. This is our 2nd company in network marketing. Never thought we were going to do it twice. Okay, we got in the first one. We hit the top rank after about 900 days, 2.5 years in that company. We hit the top rank in that company. And I'll tell you, I didn't know everything whatsoever, but I was a student all the time. I would always, log into different type of presentations to learn. I would always Google different type of industry leaders to learn from their talks that they did from stage. There's a lot of things that these leaders can teach you from other companies as well too. So I just became a student to a lot of different top earners when I first started in the industry, folks. Just like when I served in the military, served in the military for about 14.5 years before retiring, got in 2013 as well too. And I was a student in the military. There was once upon a time that I said I wanted to become a general. So I was enlisted, became an officer in 2006, fully qualified as a pilot in 2007, flew that whole time, deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, got a lot of leadership skills up, got some confidence, got to lead crews, got to insert people into places, did some crazy stuff, some fun stuff, and some stuff that would, of course, make you very confident in leadership and what you do. So I always say that I did come from probably one of the greatest leadership factories out there, and that is the Air Force, that is the military. Anytime that we go to talk about what a leader looks like, most people will look over to the military, and there is a certain persuasion, a certain built-in leadership that you get as a leader. And I can say you had authoritative leaders and then you had charismatic leaders. I wanted to be a charismatic leader. I wanted people to do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do, okay? But they would do them because the way that I led. Okay, so when I say led, not managed, not supervised, led, it's someone that is attracted to what you are and what you do, and they're willing to go outside of their box to either emulate you or to be better than you or whatever the case may be. So that's what these calls are about, is to elevate your leadership, and no matter what it is that you do, these calls can even elevate you for what you do at work. So why network marketing, folks? So here's the deal. I've been in this industry for 7.5 years. Me and my wife live a lifestyle like, I always say, live a lifestyle like athletes. Don't throw a football, never bounce the basketball. And the lifestyle has been great. We've never had to have jobs for the past 7.5 years of being a part of this entire industry. Okay, we're a fortunate story. You know, I'll tell you, my first year, I retired at the end of 2013. I was already in network marketing at the beginning of January 2013. And my goal was to replace my income so I could walk away fully from the military and not have to go get a job. I did not want a job. Now, we had, before network marketing, we had some real estate properties that we were managing. So, you know, we had built up equity. So I'll tell you, when I started my network marketing path 7.5 years ago, we had some backup. When I talk about backup, our reserves to actually go and really build this thing. Okay, you'll hear people say, man, I want to take off from work, I want to go build this thing. And I'll tell you, don't ever quit your job before you make the income. Okay, you're going to make the income, and then you're going to save up 6 months to 12 months of reserves. Okay, so if you hit chairman, for example, you hit chairman 10 in this company, don't quit your job. All right, what we want you to do is save up at least 6 months of reserve, and then quit, or save up 3 months of the reserves of what you're used to, then quit your job. And then you hopefully you're crushing it, and you're blowing right past chairman 10 to chairman 25 and so forth. Okay, so that's what we did. You know, we were able to have some reserves on hand, and we took this thing straight head on. I have a list here. One of my lists. This is my 2017 list, but I gotta find my original list. Okay, but I'm telling you, folks, crazy. You see how many pages this is? You see them highlighted? Literally, I'm about to do this again. This is what I've been doing as well. Man, this is how serious I treated this thing, because it is a career. Because when I looked at it, my first company, you know, you had the potential to make up to $50,000 a month. And, you know, back then, you know, I was like, that's a lot of money. And it is a lot of money, okay? Don't get me wrong. But that was the top of the pay scale at that company, $50,000 a month. So that's what we were running to. And we hit IMD. We hit the top level of that company. So needless to say, I learned about how comp plans work as well, too. We're talking about up to money, and then we're talking about, wow, straight residuals is powerful. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So first of all, you know, we're talking straight talk network marketing. So you hear Andre, you see Andre in our chat box, you know, talk about Bill Britt. You know, I'm going to talk about Randy Gage. You got the DeVos, and then the guy who actually started network marketing in 1945, Ray Long or something like that. He started with a product called Nutrilite. Some of you guys know the product. Nutrilite was where it kind of all started at, and then it was a spinoff which created Amway. Okay, Amway didn't spin off until about a little less than 30 years later, 1972. And that's when network marketing pretty much was birthed, folks. 1945, 72, Amway got created. And hence, Amway held the reign for a long time. And I look at their motto. Man, they sell online groceries. You know, it wasn't about the product necessarily, though. Yes, the product's awesome. Got people on the product. But what I realized, they had a leadership factory. Okay, and they focused on those who wanted to become leaders in the organization. Okay, that system, yeah, those who want to become a leader in the organization, they make sure they plug them in. Okay, they found the potential. They make sure they were in the system of listen to motivation and audios and learning and development. And really, that is all that network marketing is. You have to develop your leaders, and when you develop leaders, the leaders build the business. And so hence we do these mentorship calls, because I don't know who's going to become a leader. Not everyone in the organization is going to be a leader. I can't say that everyone, just because they're plugged into this call right now, that they're an absolute leader. Maybe they're looking and searching, saying, can that be me? And I think it can. I think absolutely. I believe there's leadership in everybody in every shape or form, and they just got to believe in themselves. So that's up to you to say, I'm ready to be a leader. I believe in myself, and I know I can do this thing. So let's talk about real quick why network marketing. First of all, network marketing pays well over is a $200 billion industry, folks, as far as commissions being paid out. Think about that, how much money is paid out in commissions. It is, I always say, it's the best form of capitalism, because you get what you work hard for. Okay, it is the best form of capitalism because you get what you work hard for. Right now, if you go to work, you work your butt off working for the hour, no matter how hard you work for your company. Okay, your pay is what it is. Your pay is done and capped right there. And you're going to get paid just like the worst person at your job. You're going to get paid exactly like they're going to get paid. Now, maybe down the line, depending on what type of career advancements you have at that job, they may advance you. But, it's you got to stand out. There's certain things you have to do at your job, right, to elevate. Other than that, if you work very hard, which I recommend everybody work hard, okay? But you work very hard, it doesn't matter. You get paid exactly what the dude who's not working hard gets paid. And maybe they just show up on time. They do just the bare minimum, okay? So the benefits of network marketing is, you have the freedom, you have the leverage, you get to control your income. If you want to make $25,000, guess what? Next month, everybody on this call, listen, you can make $25,000 next month. If you want to pass me up in income or anybody in our company up in income, you can do that. Now, you just have to have a work ethic and a belief that you can do it. That's it. All that really, when I hit my top rank in the last company, it was just that we believed that we were going to do it. Is that we put we put feet on the ground, and we did not let up until we hit that rank because we had such a strong belief that we're going to get there. Just like when we came over, we just had a strong belief, first of all, that we were going to replace our income and that we're going to hit chairman. There was no doubt that we're going to hit chairman. So when you get that I know it's happening, your actions are going to say so. Okay, so this industry, I was reading, they were saying there's over 100 million marketers in the industry of network marketing, folks. Listen, from 1945, not even 100 years yet. Okay, yes, you are going chairman, absolutely. Everybody on this call, I hope going chairman for those that want it. 100 million marketers that are in network marketing. I want you guys to think about that. And that's still not even touching the surface. 7 billion people in the world, we always talk about it. So, I was reading, they were talking about one of the myths of network marketing is you'll hear people say that it's going to get saturated. Okay, that's coming with a mindset of scarcity, okay? But you're like, oh my God, it's going to get saturated. So you have this feeling, this worry that all the people are going to go away. And I love that this article, it said, Jim Rohn made this. He says, guess what? Everybody in America, everybody in the world own refrigerators. But that doesn't stop the manufacturers, okay, from producing refrigerators. And they still sell them, right? But everybody has one. So when you start thinking about saturation, no, it's impossible because human beings are born every single day. People turn 18 every single day. So network marketing will continue just like any other store out there, any other product out there. So that is absolutely a myth when it comes to network marketing. So you just got to align yourself with a product that you love and you want and that you can be passionate about. And guess what? You go distribute it. And so it talks about what is the difference between traditional business and network marketing. So I start going through the stages. You start thinking about these things. And I'm educating you guys so that you have it in your head when you hear things like it's a pyramid, it's that. I want you to understand what is network marketing and why do I do it, okay? So in a traditional business, when we're talking about a product, for example, a product is typically, once it's created, it goes to the manufacturers make it, the manufacturers then send it to the distributors, right? We could look at Walmart, Smilo of this. They send it to distributors, the distribution centers, okay? From the distribution center, it goes to what? The retailers, okay? And then from the retailers, it goes to the end user. That's traditional business. So you see all those chains of hands, how much money is involved between that? A lot of transportation, right? A lot of employees involved with that process. So you can imagine the money that is being paid out for that one product, okay? The end use of the product. And so when it comes to traditional business, this is why big, huge, conglomerate businesses like Walmart, they excel and no one else can come up. Like you can't go and start a Walmart today and compete with them at all. It's too much overhead. You're not going to make it. So no one can ever recreate Walmart. No one probably can ever recreate Amazon. Okay, these are huge businesses. This is your tradition. So they can do all this process, hire the employees, do the tax write-off, boom. So what do? You want to start a business today. Okay, this is why network marketing is powerful because anyone can step in and create their Walmart, create their Amazon, okay, without the risk of so much money that you have to put, so much overhead. Okay, we cut out all the middleman. So what does network marketing look like? It goes from the manufacturer to the end user. Cut out everything else. So think about that now. Now that everything else is cut out in the middle, what does that leave? That leaves money for the company to advertise. So a lot of people love to own network marketing companies, because they know that their products can be distributed the correct way. Their product can be distributed fast because they rely on their customer satisfaction to build the business. The customer really likes the product. This is why network marketing is powerful. If the customer really likes the product, they will tell another customer, wow, this product is so awesome. And then guess what? Refer customers. So even in IM, we have customers who refer customers, not only just IBOs. So understand how this model works. That's all it is. We cut out the middleman and we rely on the end user / the customer, all right, to let people know that this product works. I love it. This is what I use it for. Boom. That is network marketing in a nutshell. So how does it benefit you? Let's talk about some of the benefits real quick, and then we're going to go into how to build this thing up to a 6- and 7-figure income, folks. So first of all, benefits. It gives you the time. Here we are. Let's be real. We're quarantined. We're quarantined to the end of April 30th. We had our folks call us to see how our situation was. They just basically want to know, are we going to get paid? Our situation didn't change, folks. My residual income hasn't changed. All right, my residual income is moving up, right? Our infinity bonus is getting stronger because our team is growing. All right, so in network marketing, you're not impacted per se by a lot of things because you have a residual income that was built up. So the time leverage. So guess what? You get time back. You get to buy your time by putting in a little bit of sweat equity. So for those who want to leave their jobs, this is a perfect time to just build up your organization, right? Build up your business, build up your company, because it's yours. It's ownership. It's yours. It's your money. So you're going to build that up. We're going to talk about how to build that up. Obviously, duplication can happen in this situation. You build up residual earnings. That's the powerful part. I was just talking to a top earner yesterday who had made he had made $150,000 a month. And I just think about all these. I get on the phone with a lot of top earners when we do three-way calls, and they talk about when they were in their company. Some made $100,000 a month, some made $150,000 a month. And some of it for a short time, not always legacy companies, but still when you start respecting the industry and you know how to move in this industry, you're not afraid to go somewhere and build up a residual check. So here I am talking to these residual earners, made $150,000 a month, and then now they're going to do it again. Folks, this is an absolute career franchise moves, okay? I look at this like being a part of the NFL or the NBA because you are picking up a contract. When you become a top earner, it's like you have a contract, right? You make $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, whatever that may be, $500,000 a month, okay? And then you get to help other people do the same thing. So here's the biggest part. You got to understand this about network marketing. And I just talked about the example. Low risk, high reward. What is the risk here in IML? Let's think about it. What is the worst thing that will happen to you in IML right now? Right? You can become a customer. You go through the academy. You gain the knowledge, you learn HFX, you learn Forex, you learn digital currencies, you get some strategies. The worst in IM right now is that you're gonna learn a skill, okay? Now, you may have a different perspective depending on how you look at your situation. Some people look at this because you'll hear those who look at network marketing from a cockeyed. When I say that, I'll call that from a cockeyed. They'll say things like, network marketing took my money. No, it didn't take your money. You learned a skill. It's just like you going to college, for example. If you go to college and you get your education, okay, but you don't get a job afterwards, do you say that college didn't work? No. You write it off. They gave you a piece of paper. You paid $100,000 for it, and that was it. We do that all the time. In network marketing, you get to earn and learn at the same time. Some people will have to be in this industry if they're looking to make money, maybe 3 years, as they learn how to be business owners, right? How to build up leaders in their organization until they make a paycheck. Most people don't make a paycheck for 3 years, 4 years in network marketing. Me and my wife, we were fortunate that our first year we had produced a $33,000 income. The first year in our company. The next year went to $72,000, and then a year after that, it went to well over $150,000 to $200,000. And that's pretty much where our income stayed in that company for the most part. So that was our trajectory. And then of course we came to IM. And then here, the income is just out of control. We hit Chairman 25. And our first month here, we made $25,000 based off the centers that we had created. So just know, compensation plan-wise, it's powerful here. That's going to be a whole nother talk that we talk about why our compensation plan. But then the last benefit I'm going to give you, you guys may have seen that I shared Courtney Epps. I'm going to have her do a private webinar for us as well, too. The tax benefits are through the roof, folks. And listen, they just made a change here where it used to be that you can only write off 50% of your meals. So think about this. You're going out, you're doing a meeting with your prospect, you go have lunch, you have dinner, you have coffee, you do something. Okay. Well, you only can write off 50% of that on your taxes. They've just made it now where you can write off 100% of your meals, folks. So listen, That alone of having this business. Think about, I want you, if you were to go divide all your money up right now and say, where did my money go? I promise you a majority of your money went to food. Okay. And so if you can find a way to that is deductible because you participate in some type of business activity during the time that you were eating that meal, okay, you can write it off. So understand there are some major tax benefits from writing off, mileage for your car, from actually writing off your car itself, depending if you run an LLC, writing off the cost of what it costs you to buy a car, and then depreciating that car. Listen, you buy it, you depreciate the car. There is so much benefit. You have no idea. I was talking to my little brother. He makes 6 figures in the medical field. And I said, bro, you need a business like ASAP. It's his first tax year at 6 figures. I said, they're about to eat you up 40%. Okay. So last thing you want to do is, so if you're working a job and you're fortunate enough to make 6 figures, then of course, the end of tax year is going to come. You need write-offs. And if you didn't have a business, there's really nothing. Your hands are tied. You're not going to have any write-offs. But if you have a home-based business, listen, folks, you got the meals, you got your gas mileage. Okay, depending on how you operate in your business, you may be able to depreciate your vehicle depending on how you're using it in your business. So make sure you consult a tax accountant for that to see if you can do it. You can write off an office in your home, okay? So you take the square footage, you write that off as well, okay? You write off anything, whether it's from pads to boards to books sometimes for your personal development. Write off a lot of stuff from your tax. So before you know it, you're not making 6 figures. You're only taxed on what, 40,000, or you're taxed on 60,000, or whatever's left, okay? Versus someone who's working a job making 6 figures, they're taxed on 6 figures. So I always say, if someone says, well, I make 6 figures too, if you're a network marketer and you're a 6-figure earner, right? And someone says, well, I already make 6 figures. Your 6 figures is not the same as my 6 figures. Your multiple 6 figures is definitely not the same as my 6 figures. I get to keep a majority of my income. You have to pay a majority to the government, okay? I have a lot of write-offs, you don't. That's the difference between network marketing. This is why you got to understand that this industry does appeal. So your friend who you think is so successful, making $100,000 a year, they just don't know what they don't know yet, okay? Because when you can break that down, you get them in line with a professional like Courtney Epps, or you give them a book that she's written, Less Taxing, More Relaxing. You give them that book and they realize that they're missing out on a lot of benefits when it comes to a business model like this. So this might even just be a slash tax shelter, okay? Yes, gross income versus your net. What are you keeping in your pocket? So network marketing, yes, our income is different. So when someone says, why do you make 6 figures? No, you don't. You're taxed like crazy, okay? And you need a tax shelter. And so this probably will be a better model, because not only do you have the tax shelter, now you have an opportunity to create more wealth if you want to. Okay, so those are some major benefits, and I'm sure I probably missed out on some more here, but I, talked about that example with Zig Ziglar. If you don't know who Zig Ziglar is, folks, I advise you to look on YouTube, go get some of his audios, listen to Zig Ziglar. Bill Britt is a big one. Some Amway stuff. Get that knowledge out there, folks. Read some articles. One of the books that I'm rereading again, I love it. I'll tell you, all of us got a book in us. I'll be writing a book soon here. But Building an Empire, okay, by Brian Carruthers. He was a part of another big company, and he had a downline of over 600,000 customers in his organization. So he talks about some leadership stuff in there too. So let's go ahead and talk about the 7 laws of leadership. This was done by Randy Gage. And so I loved it because it definitely applies. I looked at my business. I said, you know what? These are all definitely irrefutable laws of network marketing that are absolutely required. So I want you to write these down. It's the first law of leadership in network marketing. The first person you must lead is, guess what? Yourself. Let me say it again. The first law of leadership, the first person you must lead is yourself. Okay. So this is going to be based off you developing as a person. Okay. You getting some confidence, you being in front of the room, you learning how to be a good speaker. Okay. Now, if you're saying, well, I don't know if I'll ever be a good speaker, trust me, that was me. I remember hearing my mentor for the first time in front of the room, and I was like, I see why this guy is a 7-figure earner. I see why he's a millionaire. He speaks so good, right? He's so convincing. And here we are, I got good at the craft. I got good at talking in front of rooms. I got good on getting on webinars because this was something that I wanted. I remember looking at my mentor who was 4 years younger than me, and I said, I want what that guy has, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become like him. And so I would put myself in uncomfortable situations. I would get in front of the room, hold the clicker, even though I was scared as all ever to do that, even though I was embarrassed. Right? Most of the time, that's what it is, right? If you're embarrassed, you don't have the confidence to be in front of the room. You don't think you know the information. And so that's all it is. So to build up and get the confidence, you need to read the books, okay? You need to gain the knowledge. Treat it just like going to college. Force yourself into uncomfortable situations because the more uncomfortable you are, the more that your wealth zone is growing, okay? So the first person you must lead is yourself by doing these things. One of the things I love is that it doesn't matter what you tell people. They're going to take note of what you do. So in network marketing, I want you to be careful of when you build your business. It's easy for us to want to go out and get, let's look at our business model that we have here, to go out and get 3 people, and then we go into manage mode and try to tell them what to do. Okay, we get 3 people, and then we go into management mode, manage them until you become rich. Okay, that's not going to happen. You going out and recruiting 3 people, 10 people, or whatever, and then trying to manage them until you get rich is not going to happen. Okay, believe me, your team, I believe that I was watching. I know that you guys watch me. What am I doing? Who am I recruiting? Do I invite to presentation? Do I invite to webinars? Okay, same for you. As a leader, if you're a platinum 600, right? Don't go into management mode. You're platinum 1000. Don't go into management mode. 2000, 5000. Don't do it. Always set the example. So the difference between someone who is really doing this and leading, they are setting the example by doing and not telling. Right? I can't legitimately get on the call and tell you guys go out there and recruit if I'm not actively doing it. Folks, you see me, I'm actively doing it. That's why I show you. Like I'm making the calls. I'm going through Facebooks. I'm prospecting people. I'm hitting them up. Sorry, folks, I keep on getting this report popping up. I'm hitting folks up daily. I didn't go to sleep till 2 a.m. last night. I didn't go to sleep till 2 a.m. last night. I was prospecting, right? Because I have a list of mine. I said every single day, at minimum, I prospect at least 10 people a day. Okay, if I don't prospect 10 people or more a day, then I'm not doing my job. I don't really want to grow. So I'm always doing the things so that instead of telling you what to do, I want to show you what to do, show you what we're doing out there. And hence, that's why we do these mentorship calls. And that's why we do our trainings. I did a training about a couple of days ago about prospecting. If you haven't caught that one, definitely catch it on YouTube. Okay, so they're gonna look at whether you're going to events. They're gonna look at whether you're inviting to your events or how you set them up. Okay, they're gonna look at how many people that you're enrolling and you're getting started. Your team watches everything. So you can go into management mode, but it can disempower or give people a sour taste because they can see the management mode. So you have to be responsible for who you are first and what you do in your business first. If it's to be, it's up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. Okay. So one of the lessons that came from that first law, he says, when you control your own actions, it actually influences the actions of your team. So when you control your own actions, it actually influences the actions of your own team. Okay. Next law that he talked about was leadership law number 2. You grow your people and they grow the network. Hence, here we are, right? We talk about mentorship. So what I want to do, what I am going to do, you see we have our Legacy Worldwide. We have a great system for our customer base right now. So now what I'm going to do is kind of shift that system to our IBOs because it's important that we develop each one of our members in our organization for those who want to become leaders. Now listen, not everybody's going to want to become a leader in your organization. There are people there, you're going to have leaders, you're going to have followers, and you're going to have customers. Okay? Leaders, followers, customers. And they're going to put themselves in those categories. It's not something you're going to choose for them. They're going to put themselves in the category. And we are just going to foster a culture and environment to keep those folks comfortable, keep them good. So if you're a leader, you're naturally going to go and just do the thing. If you're a follower, when I say follower, sometimes they just love to be, they may make an extra couple $100, couple $1,000. They love to be in the community. They love to be around the environment. They love the camaraderie within the organization. They love going to the events. Those are going to be just people that are in the company. They're probably making a little bit of income, but they're not looking at the very top. That's never what they're calling. They're calling just to be a part of the group. Okay. And then you have your consumers. Your consumers are dreadful at showing anyone. They're scared. They don't want to do that at all. Okay. And so we have to be careful that we don't push leadership on everybody, that we don't make it a requirement for entry into our company. Because if we do that, we'll find that we're not going to retain our customers, and we're not going to retain those who are following or are part of our group. Okay, so if you look at yourself, you're like, well, I feel like I'm going to be a leader. I want to be a top earner in the company, be a chairman. Then cool, that's where you're going to be. Not everybody's going to be a chairman in your organization. Hence, 90% of the company is customer based, 10% are doing IBO. So that gives us a big clue right there. So number two, the growth starts with your personal growth. If you are going to grow your team, meaning we have to mentor them, we have to coach them, the growth is going to start within you. Right? You're going to have to go look at these articles like I'm talking about here. You're going to have to read the books like Building an Empire, okay? When it comes to our financial industry, you may have to read books like Road to Ruin, Dollar Crisis, just so that it builds your confidence. So here's the things that you need to develop as a leader. Develop your confidence, your poise, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your skills. Okay, I'm going to say it again. The things you're going to build up as a leader is your confidence, your poise, your wisdom. Wisdom comes with experience. Wisdom comes with failure. Okay, so that's okay to fail because you're going to get wise along the way. So that's going to take some time. Knowledge and skill. Okay, we get to control knowledge, we get to control skill, we can control our confidence, we can control our poise. Okay, how do we do that? We become more knowledgeable about the thing that we do, about our career, about what is network marketing versus a traditional business. And no one can tell you otherwise. Okay, no one can tell you otherwise what your business is and how you can do it. You understand what it is. So your business will grow only as fast as you grow. That's it. So right now, if your business is not growing, I want you to look in the mirror, period. That's what it is. If your business has been stagnant for months, for a year, it's you. And you need to develop, but then don't just develop, you need to do, okay? So as you're developing, you need to go out there, maybe recruiting that you need to do. So if your team is saying, if you're like, my team is not growing, but you haven't put a cell in the system, that's why your team is not growing. I promise you, as you develop and grow, you start putting cells in the system, your team is going to put cells in the system, okay? So they do what you do, right? If you're focused on this thing, then your team is going to focus on that one thing. So meaning, we're lucky we get to trade and make money from home, but if your only focus is focused on trading and trading alone, that's all your team is going to focus on. Okay, that's what I should be doing. You only focus on trading, so I'm going to focus on trading, and maybe I might recruit some customers. Okay, so you have to watch what you do and actually apply the skills of network marketing in this and teach people, those who do want to build a business, how to really build it. And building it is not focusing just on utilizing the product. Now, you got to understand, it's unique. So you may feel like, man, but I'm making money. Yes, but it's still network marketing, right? In a traditional company, let's say we were in a nutrition company. In order to make money, you would have to sell to another customer. Okay. And so same thing applies here. It's just you don't see it because we get to make money from our product, but you have to go out and find customers who would like to trade in Forex, who would like to make money on the side. That's simple. So you have to go prospect. Listen, folks, I swear people are going to join my business just because I ran live sessions, which some people do, live sessions on my Facebook. I swear people are going to join because maybe I make a post on Instagram or make a post on Facebook. And listen, they're not. I have well over, I think 5,000 or 6,000 people, folks that have followed me outside of my 5,000 friends on Facebook. And I've been going through that list. I just enrolled, I don't know if he's on here, Anthony, last night. Anthony's been watching me for a while. And I seen him comment, and I reached out to him, say, hey, Anthony, how you doing? Just like I told you guys how we prospect, and started the conversation. And before you know it, I piqued interest, right? I exposed him twice. He watched the video, and then he got on our live session last night. Then afterward, we talked. I closed him, okay? And then I enrolled him, Peace, right? Piece. So I did all those things, and then I enrolled him, okay? And then I plugged him to the Legacy Worldwide app, and now he's in the system. And so listen, people are going to watch you, but they're not just going to reach out to you, folks. You got to reach out to them. So that's why I make it a point to prospect and literally go through my list and start conversation with people with them on Facebook, because I never know who wants to be a part of my business. So by me doing that, obviously developing myself, developing the influence, and guess what? Hopefully you guys are seeing the same thing and you go out and do the same, because you have it in you already. You already have the confidence. You have everything that is required. You have the charisma. the likability, whether you know it or not, you have it already. You have the it factor already. And you just got to believe it that people do want to follow you. I believe that people want to follow you. It's not about me. It's not about my situation. It's not about where I'm at. It's not Wanda's situation. You know, it's not Sakina, Andre, anybody's situation, Edwin's. It's your situation, okay? And so they want to follow you, not me. And so I want you to start believing in yourself, because that's what it's about here, folks. So as we move on, so basically, the number 2 law in lessons learned is create a culture of development for your team, personal development for your team. Law number 3, okay? You don't manage people, okay? You don't manage people, you lead people and manage things. Let me say that one more time. Leadership law number 3. You don't manage people, you lead people and manage things. And I already talked about earlier what leadership was. Leadership is just the ability for you to convey a message or a mission that people will follow, that they want to follow, and that they normally would not do, okay? It's not that you're persuading them. You are encouraging, you are uplifting, you are developing to do things that they never thought was possible for themselves. So when I say managing things, you're going to manage your auto ships. You're going to manage event attendance. You're going to manage your volume, okay? But when it comes to people, you're going to lead them. And we just kind of talked about leading people. Leading people is setting the example, not telling them what to do, okay? So that, simply put, that's what that is. You're going to set the example. You want to grow your team? Go put in some sales. Show them that you put in some sales. Show them that you recruited 10 people this month. Show them that you recruited 5 people in a week. Show them that, and that will let them know, okay, now they're going to be intrigued. How did you do that, okay? And they'll want to be a part of that. That's you leading by example, okay? And I believe that's definitely what we need. For those who want to become leaders. And just remember, it's not about you. It's about them. So I'm going to read this one off. This one was powerful. This is for those who are out there, because this is me. Sometimes we want total control. We want to go. So when you're focused on your own ranks, listen, when you focus on your own rank, you don't know it, but you're going to be selfish. Okay. And so that's why you shouldn't focus on your own rank. It's not about you. Right? Your business is not building because of you. My business is not building because of me. Listen, yes, I've learned how to lead, but it's not about me. It's about, I have gauge my business, my success in the business, not by my income. It's about how many people in my organization right now are actually successful. How many people are actually making money? How many people are actually ranking up? How many people are actually developing and moving forward? That's how I gauge the leadership. That's what this talks about here. So it's not about building belief in myself. It's about being able to build belief, confidence in the people that follow you. Okay. And to do that, you don't talk about yourself. You help them. You talk about them. And so I hope that message, because, you know, I see it. And let me be honest, you know, we've all been there. It's a lot of it. It's our ego. We want to walk around. We want to prove that our leadership is superior, that you should follow me because I do it this way and I do it that way. And that is the biggest mistake you can make in network marketing. Okay, that's when leadership really stops in your organization, because you're not giving people the opportunity to grow as leaders just like you did. Okay, so this is what he said on here. Randy Gage, man, I love it because he's straight to the point. He says, don't sell your team on what a great leader you are. Sell them on their own ability to have more, to do more, and to become more, right? So basically, you're selling them on who they are, right? That's what I believe, who God created them to be. They were created in the image of God, so therefore they are creators. Therefore, you are a creator, and you can do whatever you want to do. Right? You can become whatever you want to become. You want to become a chairman, you will be a chairman. You say that you're a chairman, you are a chairman. It's happening. It's going to happen. Why? Because you've been given everything that I've been given and anybody around us. And so I absolutely have belief in you, and I want you to have belief in yourself. So really, that's it. How do you become a leader? Well, you got to instill that in other people that are below you, that follow you, that love you, that are intrigued with what you do. Okay? And you build belief in them, not about you. I'm going to say that again, because what happens is, because of some of our insecurities of people following us, maybe, okay? Some of you may be insecure. You may think people are not following you, and that's okay. They don't have to follow you, right? Someone who's following someone else, if they're in your organization and that person is higher up, whatever the case may be, whoever they're following, okay? It's great, because that means they're going to elevate to that level one day. So allow your people to develop. Don't sell them on who you are, how great you are. I'm this and I'm that. If you find yourself in I'm statements and I'm this and my leadership and this and that, then you're going down the wrong road. Okay. And so I love the way that Randy Gage put this. And I said, that's huge. And I watch that in a lot of leaders in network marketing. And so if I can give you guys anything is people don't want to follow the me guy, I girl or guy. Okay. They want someone who's going to make them feel good, who's going to uplift them, who's going to coach them, who's going to be about them. Okay. About their ranks, celebrating them. So let's move on to law number 5. If you have, man, this one hit me. Holy. Okay. Listen, folks, this was my conviction when I read this. This is what I say. I'm always learning too. He goes, if you ask everyone to lead, no one does. I said, okay. I read more. Let me break that one down. If you ask everyone to lead, no one does. And then he gave the example. He says, think about this. They did a study. If there were 100 people watching a mugging, okay, someone's getting mugged outside. 100 people out there. Everybody sees everybody. They said, most likely no one will call. Why? They said because the 100 people are thinking that someone else took responsibility and did it. Think about that. So if we ask everybody in our organization, for example, me, right? I assume that everybody's a leader. Everybody wants to be chairman, right? Just because they're upgraded to IBO, they want to be a chairman. And I ask everybody to lead. I ask everybody to build. I ask everybody to go put one in the system, to go recruit 10, whatever I ask you to do, right? But I don't ask it to you specifically. I don't say, Andre, who are you going to recruit? Edwin, who are you going to recruit? Sakina. I don't go to my leaders, right? I just go to everybody and say, hey, we need to recruit. Trust me, I'm saying it because I've done it. Where I put a label on everybody's a leader. And man, he slapped me. He says the biggest mistake that most network marketing leaders make is you apply the leadership realm to everybody, even all your IBOs, all your reps, and say, hey, everyone go build the business. And guess who builds the business? No one builds the business because it's not specific, right? I'm not concentrated on really who wants to go chairman or who wants to build the business. And so he says, don't assume that everyone who joins your business is going to be a leader. And did I know that part? Yeah, I know everybody. But my assumption was also that someone who bought the business wanted to be a leader. Okay. He says nothing kills growth faster. That one. Nothing kills growth faster than that right there, than applying to everybody. So here's the other example, the statistic. He says out of 100 people you go get off the street, probably only 5 of them will be leaders. So that goes to show me, and he says about 5%. He says if you're a good leader, you can expect maybe 10 to 15% in your organization, which leaves 85%. Now we talked about, folks, this is so funny because this actually aligns with the previous talk I did about the 80-20. Okay. And we talked about that production, the Pareto theory. So that's an alignment. So it already makes sense. But he says 5% of people are going to be leaders. So that means out of 100 people on your team, only 5 will probably really, really build the business. Okay. And then we apply the 80-20. He says about 15% if you're good and you're developing your leaders. Of course, the more that you develop your leaders, that percentage can go up. But on average, it's about 5. Okay. So he says, don't make the leadership behavior the cost of entry. Now I've seen, including myself, other leaders do this as well too. We apply that stamp on people that come in our organization. Now it's the difference between building through your customers and then trying to get your customers to actually build. Okay. So you can build through your customers. That's fine. What I'm talking about is you're forcing your customers, like, you don't know nobody, you need to be a leader. You need to do this. You need to get your people started. And really they just came in and said, I just want to be a customer. Okay. Yeah, I may have sponsored someone. You could have them. Like, they're just my friend that I brought on board. Okay, so you have to be able to recognize potential in people and non-potential in people. Some people are just going to be customers and they are comfortable and want that. Okay, that's what we sell, and understand we have to have product utilization. So guess what? Our product works, and so allow your customers to remain customers. Okay, so you have to be able to categorize and understand where your people are at. Most likely, let me just talk about the current. If you have been building your business, okay, and you have been stuck at a rank, most likely the people in your organization are not the people that are going to get you to the next rank. Let me say it again. If you have been in your organization and been stuck at a rank for a while, okay, and you have the same people that you've been trying to push, most likely they are not the people to get you to your next level in the rank. You have to go out and recruit somebody else. You got to look for some fresh leadership. You got to look for some fresh blood that gets excited, that wants to do this, that wants to go chairman or whatever it is. Okay, so know that. If you're stuck, at 1,600, 2,000. Look in the mirror. It's you. You got to go recruit. You got to go get somebody else. That's it. Okay. So that's pretty much it for number 5 there. He broke down 2 rules. He says, if you do apply the leadership as a cost of entry, here's the 2 things that are going to happen to you. You're going to disempower your potential leaders because they're not going to get the recognition, or you're not really talking directly to them, or you're not, when you could be focusing on a few, you're focused on all, right? Looking at me, here I am trying to focus on 100 and some people, when really I should be focused probably on 10, okay? I should be focused on 15 or 20, period. Depending on what that organization is. And I'm going to hone in, and we're going to bring that system in, folks. And then don't scare away your 85%. Guess what? I don't want a team full of IBOs, okay? I want customers. You want customers. IBOs, yes, build the business, but customers are going to retain and maintain and keep the business growing. Okay, so you want to keep your 85%. So make sure you're not trying to make everybody a leader, make everybody an IBO, make everybody a recruiter/builder, because you'll scale your customers away. So like I said before, there's 3 people in your business: leaders, followers, producers. Or I'm sorry, leaders, followers, product users. And then lastly, so we go to law number 6 as we get ready to finish this all. Law number 6, leaders nurture and celebrate the success of their followers. So we're talking about those who have enrolled with you. So we do this already, right? We already understand. Celebrate what you want to duplicate. You should get excited, more excited for people hitting ranks inside your organization than they get excited for themselves. Man, I love it. I'll tell you, there's nothing I want more in our organization, of course, to see people at chairman, man, because I know the feeling they're going to have. There's nothing more to see people hit their next level. They've been working so hard for. So definitely celebrate. When you see someone hit ranks, you need to go on their posts, congratulate them, thank them, even if they're not in your organization, because you're celebrating what you want to duplicate. But at the same time, you are learning how to celebrate early for the people that are going to come up on your team. Okay, so celebrate the successes. Real leaders in the organization don't get jealous. Okay, because understand how network marketing works. One day, for example, I'm a chairman 25 right now. Any day, my buddy Nafeez can hit chairman 25. Nafeez can hit chairman 50, 100 before I do, and that's powerful. And that's what we want. Okay, so you have to be careful if you are in your organization right now and you have someone who's up and coming and they're killing it. Okay, and they're below you, and maybe something might set in where you're comparing yourself and you get jealous. Do not get jealous about people in your downline. Okay, do not get jealous about someone who is elevating faster than you. That's what you want. That's what we came here for. Okay, so you pray for that to happen in your organization. I hope that you want to attract that. I want to attract someone who's better than me, who's faster than me, who's gonna outpace me, who's gonna build faster than me, and put way more people in this system. You want that, and you celebrate it constantly. Okay, because that's what's powerful about network marketing. Anyone can start making the money anytime they want. So like we talked about earlier, you'll measure your leadership based off the success of those below you, not off of your success. I'm not successful because I'm a chairman 25. I'm not successful until I'm actually elevating everybody else to chairman. Right? Really, when I look at my organization, I'm kind of stagnant right now. I'll tell you the truth. Okay, that means my focus has to change to something else. I have to elevate people and figure out, hey, why are some leaders not growing? And so I want you to look at your organization, like I talked about in our group, for our leadership group. Here's my challenge to everybody on this call right now, and then those also in our leadership group, is I don't want you to focus on your rank, right? Do just like Jim Rome say, or Zig Ziglar. You help enough people get what they want, and then you'll get what you want. Like, take that to heart. So what I want you to do, this is the challenge. This week, next week, the week after that, I want you to find someone in your group. And if you don't have anybody in your group, you're like, I don't have anybody in my group, I want you to go recruit them. Okay? Find someone in your group, and I want you to help them elevate to the next rank. Okay? So if you're a Platinum 600, you're Platinum 150, whatever it is, or if you don't have any Platinum 150s in your group, you need to help someone go Platinum 150 in your group, and then help them go Platinum 600. All right? You're Platinum 1,000, 2,000, go find someone fresh. Help them go Platinum 600. Okay? Help them rank up. Trust me, it feels good. How many people can you help rank up? I said do one. The challenge is one. But I really want to push you to go find 3 to 5 people in your organization that you can help hit Platinum 150, help hit Platinum 600. And if you're at a higher rank, if they're Platinum 600s already, help a Platinum 600 go Platinum 1,000. Help a platinum 1,000 go platinum 2,000. Help a platinum 2,000 go platinum 5,000. Okay, that is where your leadership is measured at. Okay, so definitely, that's my challenge for each and every person on here before we get off this call. And then last law, number 7, the true test of a leader is not how many followers you have; it is how many leaders you develop. So at the end of the day, it's not about recruiting. Okay, it's about recruiting and then developing. So this is why it's important that you grow as a leader so that you can develop people. This is why your organization will stop based off your personal development growth, because there's only so much you can teach if you don't learn. So you have to go out and learn. You have to develop yourself, or else your team is not going to grow. Hence, we get to this last law, and this is why they all come together. Okay? The true test is how many leaders do you have on your team right now? And if you have none, right, well, you got to grow your leadership, right? You got to develop yourself. You got to believe in yourself, and then you got to find some people in your organization to elevate, to give them the belief to do the same thing that you did. Okay? And then that's when you really start leading and becoming a network marketer. Allow your leaders to develop and make mistakes. Okay, so that's one of the big ones. So here's what we talked about, which we started doing. Right, you've seen we've had a lot of leaders doing the presentation now. It used to be that me and Wanda were always doing the presentation, and then we had to step back and create a system that we had and really focus on the leaderships internally in legacy worldwide. And so, if you want to present, okay, I don't care I do want you to have skin in the game. I want you to be at least a platinum. If you're a platinum 150, you should be presenting on your own to your own people, right? You should be doing one-on-ones right now so that you're getting better, and then maybe some two-on-ones with the people that you have. And then when you're platinum 600, I want all the platinum 600s. If I can throw you in front of a Zoom presentation, I'll do that. Okay. I don't care if you think that you're not good, that you're gonna mess it up. That's okay. Guess what? That's exactly where me and Wanda started at, folks. I wish that you can see when we first started. Now, obviously, my wife. Her worst is our best. For me, her worst is my best. So when she's naturally a gifted speaker. So when she started, she studied this thing. My wife did study the presentation. Okay, I watched her study speaking and the presentation, and she started off. She was very, very good. I wasn't. Okay, I had to be the guy fumbling, and I was really bad. So I want you guys to understand that maybe you might look at me now and say, man, he's confident in front of the Zoom. He always knows what to say. And there was a point in my time that I did not. Okay, I was just excited about making money inside network marketing. Okay, some of my leaders will probably cringe. I remember my previous mentor probably cringed. Okay, when he heard me probably doing a 2-on-1 with him. And I remember looking at him, and I remember sweating because I knew that I sucked. Right? It's nothing worse than knowing that you suck in front of the room. Now listen, I didn't physically knew that I sucked. I knew I was scared and nervous up there, but I remember my mentor at that time would always come to me, man, you crushed it, you killed it. So what was he doing? What was he doing to me? He was building belief in me. He was building confidence. He seen something in me that I didn't see in myself that was going to be possible. I didn't think that I was going to become a proficient speaker. I didn't think I would be on stages talking in front of thousands of people, and it would just be that simple. Okay, I never thought I would be at that point. But then it started happening as I would get in front of rooms, and I start unconsciously just speaking and talking and knowing what I was talking about. So I want to make sure that you are getting the same start. Okay, and how that starts, let me tell you, folks. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to place yourself in front of the room. You got to hold the clicker. And it's no better way to do it through Zoom, right? Go do a 1-on-1. Go do a 2-on-1, right? Do this presentation. Do your testimonies in front of everybody. Learn how to just keep, and trust me, it will come. You will get unconsciously competent at speaking, at presenting, at persuasion. Okay, you'll get very good at it by just keep on doing it. And that's what brings me to this book called Outliers. Okay, I talk about this book all the time. I'll just tell you, it's based off stories. He puts a lot of stories in here. And long story short, the success stories in here is that people that practice all the time in their craft. Right, you want to become a Kobe Bryant of your field. Then you got to put in Kobe Bryant work. You got to put in Mamba work. Rest in peace, Kobe. You got to put in Mamba work. You got to be on that court where no one else is looking. Okay, you got to be at late nights reading books, going through network marketing things, reading material, list of material, going through the back office, looking at I Am Academy, whatever it is to grow, you need to be doing it when no one's looking. Don't just do it for you're taking pictures, doing it for the gram. No, I'm doing it because I want to elevate people. I'm doing it because I want to start charities. I'm doing it because I want to start a school over in Africa. I'm doing it because I want to make sure my kids are set up for the next generation. I'm doing it because I want to have an organization over 100,000 people across the world and change lives consistently day after day. So you have that why and know why you're doing things, and you start getting passionate about it, and you know that you know it's going to happen. And folks, and then lastly, the lesson I want to leave you with for this last law, well, he says, never listen. This one is good. I've done this to some of you, and you probably wonder, like, why I didn't give you the information. Okay? Never do something for a team member that they are capable of doing themselves. Let me say it again. You can write this one down. Lesson. Never do something for a team member that they are capable of doing themselves, because you rob them of the opportunity. Okay? They can present. They can do certain things. Don't rob them of the opportunity. They have to do it for themselves. That is the only way that network marketing works, is developing leaders. Customers don't build your business, folks. Customers maintain and increase your paycheck, yes, and maintain the business, but customers don't build your business. Okay? It's going to be the development of leaders who build your business. And the only way to develop leaders is to give them the same shot that you had. What made you great? What made you hit the ranks you hit? It was going through the process. It was making the mistakes. It was getting in front of the room when you didn't want to, right? It was pressing on that clicker. It was fumbling through the presentation. It was trying to figure it out. You figured it out. You went through the back office. You said, okay, no one's going to teach me this, so I'm going to have to teach myself. So you did it. You have to let them go through the same thing. Give them the system and let them do for themselves. They are grown adults. I can't tell you how many people I see and say, I want to learn how to trade and do all this stuff because I want to make sure when people come on board, I can tell them exactly what to do. That is called management mode. No, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to walk you through the system and the steps so you can have the same growth that I had, so I give you the same shot that I had. Okay, otherwise I rob you of it all. And that is network marketing in a nutshell, folks. We must develop those who want to become leaders. We must give them a shot, a running shot. It's just like growing up our kids. Okay, it's like growing up my kids. I got to give my son a running shot to help him grow as a man. And if I take every opportunity from him, like if I just take out the trash every day, my son doesn't know how to take out the trash growing up. Listen, these are small things. Okay, these are very small things, but think about it for all my parents out there, right? How do we grow our kids up? We make them do things. If they're capable of doing a certain thing, we don't go just do it for them. We say, hey, go do that over there. Why? Because we're going to make them better at it, right? Same thing for a sport. I don't go, my kid falls down and go run to them to pick them up. I want to let them get up first. Let your team members fall and get up first, because that's what you're watching. You're looking for that potential there. And so, folks, I'm excited about what it is that we do. I think my connection is getting a little bit shaky here, but I'm excited about where we're going as a company. I believe in each and every person that is on this. Hopefully, I didn't go over my time too much yet. We're right at 1 hour, so we're gonna end this call. So, listen, all I want you guys to know is, in everything you do, continually leave this legacy. Personally develop yourself. It's your time right now. If you want chairman is already done, right? 500 customers are in the system. They're going to follow you. Your leaders are going to emerge from your organization. Just give them the shot to emerge. Follow those 7 leadership laws. I will provide this recording. Yes, it was recorded. So I'll have this recording uploaded today. We'll share it with you guys. Go ahead and write the notes down. You can also find it. Randy Gage is his name, G-A-G-E, Randy Gage. Go ahead and find his articles. He has some books out there. Go look at some stuff with Bill Britt. Go look some stuff up with the devices from Amway. Go just be a student of the industry so you get just that infallible confidence that no one can tell you that no one can tell you that this business don't work. No one can tell you that this industry doesn't work. This industry does produce self-made millionaires yearly. Listen, we get to watch it. We're watching in our company. This company has produced self-made millionaires in the past year. You've watched. We produce millionaires. We produce millennial millionaires this year, folks. Are you watching what's happening? We produce multiple 6-figure earner millennials this year. We produce multi-millionaire boomers this year. Okay, we produce 6-figure boomers this year. Okay, so it works. And it's working real good, and you just got to plug in and get it. Yours is waiting for you. Your paycheck is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. And you just got to open the door and open your eyes and see that it's a clear vision and it's yours. So in everything that we do, let's continually leave our legacy. Let's go. That's our mentorship call for today, folks. Our next mentorship call will be this Friday. So be ready. I'm looking at bringing some other folks on board to do some mentorship calls. So maybe you can expect maybe one day we might get an Alex Morton personally on one of our morning calls. So that time will come. So be ready for it. Keep on getting your organization on these calls for those who are going to become leaders. But let's get it, folks. So I'm going to stop this recording here and make it available to you.